Welcome, crypto fam, to the #1 daily Bitcoin pod. Bitcoin's pumping. We back above 68 G's, 70,000 in play. In today's show, I'll be breaking down the latest Bitcoin technical analysis. We'll also be discussing Mt. Gox prepares for repayments on Bitstamp, executing their test transactions and what this likely means for the crypto market. We'll also be discussing the United States leads with 1.35 billion in weekly surge in digital asset inflows. I'll be sharing the latest report here from CoinShares. We'll also be discussing spot Ether ETFs get the NYSE Arca clearance, awaiting the SEC's final authorization, which is speculated to occur officially tomorrow, Tuesday, July 23rd. We'll also be discussing the trader who nailed the 2018 crypto bottom unveils a Bitcoin path to $110,000 per coin, calling Bitcoin an absolute monster. We'll also be discussing Bitcoin traders have not priced in the possibility of a Trump victory, according to Bernstein analysts, as well as rumors circulating that Elon Musk may attend the Bitcoin 2024 conference alongside Trump this week. That's right. And CNBC just discussed the idea of the U.S. potentially holding Bitcoin as a reserve currency under Donald Trump. I'll be breaking all this down for you. We'll also be taking a look at the overall crypto market. All this, plus so much more, in today's show. But anyways, if you're new to the channel, very important to smash those likes and subscribe. Then hit the bell icon to turn on all notifications. That way you get notified each and every day when I go live. And please repost the live stream right now on X with a quote, and I'll repost your repost and I'll shout you out, and I'll be checking my X stream throughout the stream, or I should say my X feed, that is. But anyways, family, today is pod episode number 1708. I'm your host, JV. It's July 22nd, 2024. Happy Monday. We just had another weekend pump. We're back above 68 G's and maintaining. Next logical target is going to be the psychological resistance sitting at 70,000. Let's kick it off with our market watch. As we do each and every day, you can see Coin 360 on your screen. Bitcoin above 68 G's, up over 1% on the daily. We have Ether hovering just under 3,500, also barely in the green, while Solana, XRP, and Cardano all pumping and in the green. And checking out coinmarketcap.com, we're sitting on a 2.46 trillion crypto market cap. The Bitcoin market cap is $1.346 trillion. There's roughly 90 billion worth of volume in the past 24 hours. Up 53% on the day. And the Bitcoin dominance is climbing as the ETH dominance is shrinking. Bitcoin dominance 54.5% with the ETH dominance 17%. Let me know how high you think that Bitcoin dom will likely climb for this cycle, especially during the bull. And checking out the top 100 crypto gainers for the past 24 hours. We got Mu, Celestia, and WIF leading the pack. Below that, say AKT and HNT. Which alt, if any, are you bullish on? Let me know in that live chat. And checking out the crypto bubbles so we can get a visual perspective on the daily. Safe to say 65-ish% of the market in the green, which is cool. And zooming out on the monthly for a broader perspective, bada boom, bada bing, roughly 90% of the market pumping and in the green. And checking out the Crypto Greed and Fear Index, we're currently rated at 70. Greed yesterday at 74, last week at 52, and last month a 53. Neutral. So there you have it, crypto fam. But anyways, we do got a lot to share today, as we always do. So let's dive into today's Bitcoin technical analysis, aka astrology for the broskis. And I'll also be pulling up some of the live charts. Headline reads, Bitcoin trader sees 2 months to all-time high as China cuts key rates. So 2 months would be September, family. Let me know if you agree, disagree. I think personally we can achieve that much sooner as we're approaching the price discovery zone here. But anyways, here's the 1 hour chart. Bitcoin aimed for 68,000, which we're currently above at the July 22nd Wall Street Open, as Chinese interest rate cut added a bullish crypto catalyst. Thank you, China. Now, trading views showed Bitcoin price moves targeting range highs after a dip below 67,000 earlier in the day. The upward reversion came amid mixed performance from the Asia stocks as China cut several key interest rates in a step that surprised the markets. Now, the People's Bank of China confirmed it would cut the 7-day reverse repo rate by 0.1% to 1.7%, while the 1-year and 5-year loan prime rate followed suit, sources including Reuters reported, quoting them here. The cut today is an unexpected move, likely due to the sharp slowdown in growth momentum in the second quarter, as well as the call for achieving this year's growth target by the third plenum, whatever the plenum means. Chief China economist at Global Financial Services, Macquarie Group, told the publication. Reacting markets commentator Holger noted that it had been almost a year since the last Chinese rate cut. Quoting him here, Chinese stock market not really enthusiastic. The global interest rates are heading lower. It's a key ingredient for risk asset performance, including crypto. Now, adopting a more conservative stance, popular crypto and macro commentator TMXC trader suggests that China's selected cuts would not have the desired effect, quoting him here. Coming into 2024, traders were betting on a massive coordinated global easing cycle that would reverse half or more of all the tightening. Here today in mid-July, virtually none of that has come to pass. It makes a good point there. And Bitcoin itself stood before the last cluster of resistance before all-time highs, including the 69,000 level in place since late 2021. That's right. It was, I believe, November 10th of 2021. We hit that all-time high from the previous cycle of 69 Gs. Quoting analyst Rec Capital here, Bitcoin has canceled out almost the entirety of the negative 25% retrace. It took 2 weeks to almost fully cancel out a 5-week retrace. Digest that one, family. Now, another chart compared the Bitcoin behavior to other retracements over the bull market, calculating the latest as the uptrend's deepest. Quoting the other analyst here, any dips to retest 65,000 would have not been out of the ordinary, but generally such weekly closes have preceded upside of 71.5. Rec Capital reiterated the case for the new all-time high in September at the latest. So another analyst projecting all-time high. We return to price discovery in 2 months in September, quoting him here. Bitcoin is back in the range, providing a lot of strength. Actually, this is coming from Mikhail Van de Popp, another analyst who flagged 65,000 as an important level to hold as support moving forward, with the range lows at around 61,000 as the next line of defense, quoting him here alongside the chart. If that is going to happen this week, then we should be good for continuation towards the all-time high. Let me know if you agree or disagree with the analyst. Now we'll look at some of the live charts. We'll start with the 10-minute. Here, as you can see on your screen, and yes, this is live right now and in the flesh, brought to you by TradingView via Coinbase. You can see we're hovering at around 68,200, and we're just going to zoom out from the 10-minute and work our way back. Let's check out the 1 hour. This is the 1 hour chart. We do have a top signal, which is cool, sitting above, it looks like, the $69,000 range. I'm going to zoom out some more. We'll check out the 4 hour chart, live and in the flesh. And as you can see on the 4 hour chart, we did have a big green candle here recently, which took us back above $68,000. We'll zoom out a little more. We'll check out the 1 day chart. And as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4 green bullish candles on the daily chart. And prior to that, we had an itty bitty red, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 green candles. So the past week or two, we've had lots of green candles as we've been resuming the pump since the failed assassination attempt on Trump. And checking out the 1 week chart, then we'll look at the 1 month. 1 week chart has this massive bullish flag formation. We have a major target of a cup and handle sitting at 126,000, which is virtually a 100% gain from the current price action. Let me know if you can foresee Bitcoin smashing this cup and handle bullish target on the 1 week chart. And we'll also check out the 1 month real briefly here. Here's the 1 month chart. You can see it looks like we're going to have a green candle close, which is a beautiful thing. We did have 7 green consecutive monthly closes. Then we had a red correction followed by green, followed by itty bitty red. And it looks like we're going to proceed with the green for the month of July. But anyways, let's frickin' continue, eh? Next story of the day. Here's the latest with Mt. Gox. Headline reads, Mt. Gox prepares for repayments on Bitstamp, executes their test transactions. That's right. They're preparing to repay creditors to the Bitstamp crypto exchange, according to the latest on-chain fund movements. The address associated with the Mt. Gox has executed the first test of transactions to the Bitstamp cold wallets. The test transactions were flagged by blockchain intel firm Arcam intelligence. Quoting them here, Mt. Gox addresses deposited 1 to 4 separate Bitstamp deposit addresses. Bitstamp is one of 5 exchanges working with the Mt. Gox trustee to facilitate the creditor repayments. These transfers are likely to represent test transactions. Now, more than $9.4 billion worth of Bitcoin is owed to approximately 127,000 Mt. Gox creditors who have been waiting for over a decade to recover their funds. Could you imagine that? That's why keep your Bitcoin in self-custody. Get it off the exchanges. If ish hits the fan, you may not ever receive that crypto back ever again. And if you do get it 10 years later, consider yourself lucky. However, some crypto investors are concerned about the potential sell pressure introduced by the Mt. Gox repayments, which could put the downward pressure on the Bitcoin price. Most of Mt. Gox creditors could be looking to sell their Bitcoin, which has increased in value by over 8,500% in the past 10 years since the exchanges collapsed. However, I think the majority of them will absolutely hodl, and I think the bulk of that biddy will go right into self-custody because this is the smart money. These are the Bitcoin OGs. We're talking about 2014 or earlier Bitcoin adopters. And if you were ahead of the curve like that, why in the world would you sell, especially post-halving? You can't be that idiotic. However, am I still anticipating a sell-off? Yeah, maybe 20%, if that. But that's my 2 Satoshis, family. Let me know your thoughts. I know Samson Mao shared something of similar sentiment. But anyways, up to 99% of the creditors could be looking to sell their Bitcoin. Again, I highly disagree that 99% of them would sell their Bitcoin. And if they did, though, it would absolutely impact the market. But here's what Jacob King had to share. 99% of those on Mt. Gox are going to sell their coins the moment they get it. Imagine billions worth of the biddy all being dumped gradually over the next several weeks. To me, this sounds like a FUD job, but that's just me. However, a Reddit community poll suggests the Mt. Gox creditors, 56% intended to continue holding. So there you have it. Over half of them are intending to holding, at least according to the survey, while only about 20% of the respondents signaled an intention to sell, which is right in alignment with my 2 Satoshis. But anyways, as of July 17th, over 36% of the Bitcoin owed to the Mt. Gox creditors has already been distributed. So keep that in mind. But the large Bitcoin holders, which we call the whales, continue their buying spree, unfazed, follow the smart money, hence the whales, unbothered by the potential selling pressure. A savvy whale bought 245 biddies worth $16 million July 17th. The address has only traded Bitcoin twice this year, making over $30 million in profit from the trades. Let's go. The Mt. Gox labeled wallet currently holds 90,300 BTC, worth $6 billion, according to Arcam Intel, and is currently unclear when Mt. Gox will resume the repayments. But today's test transactions suggest these are the final preparations before the repaying of the creditors on Bitstamp. So there you have it. They not like us. Amen, Tony. They sure not like us. Keep the comments a-flowing, family. It's appreciated. But let's dive into our next story of the day. Discuss the latest inflows with the Bitcoin spot ETFs. Here's the headline. It reads, U.S. leads 1.35 billion weekly surge in digital asset inflows. That's right. CoinShares reported a significant 1.35 billion inflow into digital asset investment products over the past week. According to the report, this latest inflow brings the last 3-week inflows to 3.2 billion as investor confidence grows. You're damn right, like a mustard seed. Parallel to the 1.35 billion inflow into the digital assets, short Bitcoin ETPs, which are exchange-traded products, saw outflows of 1.9 million, indicating a shift towards bullish market sentiment. Hell yeah, 1.35 billion in inflows, only 1.9 million in outflows. Let's go. Now, the CoinShares report highlights that since March, short Bitcoin products have experienced 44 million in total outflows, constituting over 55% of the assets under management. The report indicates this change is a positive sentiment shift since the Bitcoin halving event, which took place on April 19th. Ether also showed similar strong performance over the last week, attracting 45 million of inflows, surpassing Solana with 103 million in total year-to-date inflows. And according to the report, Sol witnessed almost 10 million in inflows last week, but trailed behind ETH with 71 million year-to-date flows. Meanwhile, the U.S. spearheaded the charge inflows, responsible for the 1.3 billion of the total 1.35 billion in the last week. And in second place, we have Switzerland contributing 66 million to inflows, while Brazil and Hong Kong instead saw outflows of 5.2 million and 1.9 million. The mixture of regional flows indicates a substantial difference in investment strategy and sentiment amongst investors in the different regional markets. Now let's discuss BlackRock. Now has 10.6 trillion in assets under management. It wasn't too long ago. I remember it was 10 trillion. So in the last 6 months since adopting the Bitcoin ETF, they grew by 0.6 trillion. Mind-boggling. So yeah, July 15th, BlackRock, we know is the world's largest asset manager, now has 10.6 million in assets under management as of the end of the fourth quarter. The milestone marks a 1.2 trillion year-over-year growth for the firm, surpassing the 10 trillion milestone partly due to the surge in the ETF inflows in quarter one. Larry Fink, the CEO of BlackRock, said the growth was driven by the private markets alongside retail investors, surging flows into the firm's ETFs. Now, there's also rumors that maybe Larry Fink will be appointed as Treasury Secretary by Donald Trump. I don't know if that's nothing more than a rumor, but there are some headlines with that. And the other day, there were headlines with Jamie Dimon potentially being the Secretary of Treasury for Trump. So what are your thoughts on that, family? And do you think the Bitcoin ETF inflows will continue game on like Donkey Kong, breaking all records? Let me know. So here we go. We're going to dive into our next story of the day, discuss the latest with the Ethereum ETF, which officially goes live tomorrow, which is a big deal. And then we'll discuss the $110,000 target by this analyst, followed by the latest 1 million prediction on the back of a Trump pump, with Trump making a big announcement in Nashville adopting Bitcoin for the United States. Let's get it. And welcome everyone just joining the stream. This headline reads, Spot Ether ETFs get NYSE Arca clearance awaiting the SEC's final authorization. That's right. The NYSE Arca has confirmed its approval to list and trade spot Ethereum ETFs from asset managers Grayscale and Bitwise. According to documents filed with the U.S. SEC on July 22nd, today, the exchange has certified its approval for listing and registration of the common units of Grayscale Ethereum Trust, as well as the Bitcoin Ethereum ETF. The funds are still pending at this moment the security regulator's authorization to debut. The analysts anticipate the launch date tomorrow, July 23rd. Are you ready, family? Quoting ETF Bloomberg expert James Safart, we expect them to begin trading tomorrow. That means we should see a bunch of filings on the SEC site today that say the ETF prospectuses have gone effective. Now, on July 19th, the CBOE confirmed the launch of 5 funds for trading. We have 21 shares, Core Ethereum ETF, Fidelity Ethereum Fund, Invesco Galaxy Ethereum ETF, the Van Eck Ethereum ETF, and the Franklin Ethereum ETF. These funds also wait for regulatory effectiveness from the regulators. Gary Gensler, where are you at, yo? The SEC must approve the fund's initial securities registration S1 forms, the final step before the trading. On May 23rd, the agency approved the issuer's 19B form, proposing the rule changes. Now, to buy Ether ETFs, retail users can use a brokerage listing the funds such as Robinhood or Fidelity. This process is similar to purchasing and trading other ETFs and stocks, and meanwhile, the management fees from the vast majority of the Ethereum ETFs will range from 0.15% to 0.25%. The ETFs are expected to open the door to other altcoin ETFs, including Solana's native token, Sol. Now, keep in mind, after the launch, there are flows, and then there'll be ETH products, I am sure, then Solana, and then it'll probably never going to end. The dam has broken, according to the Bloomberg ETF analyst, Mr. Balchunas. Now, institutional demand for ETH could lead to a supply shortage. A recent report from Kaiko highlighted that Ether's 1% market depth is low, indicating reduced liquidity. This could result in increased price volatility and drive the Ethereum price higher amid rising demand. The crypto is currently trading just shy of $3,500 at the time of this live recording. So there you have it, yo. How do you think the Ethereum launch tomorrow, the 23rd, less than 24 hours out, will likely impact the market, and especially Ethereum? Do you think it'll pump the market? Do you think it'll be a sell the news event, kind of similar with the Bitcoin ETFs when they went live on January 11th? Whatever your thoughts, whatever your feedback, let me know. So let's keep it moving, shall we? Let's discuss this $110,000 target, shall we? Check it. Headline reads, the trader who nailed the 2018 crypto bottom unveils Bitcoin path to 110,000 per coin and calls Bitcoin an absolute monster. That's right. It's a monster. We're talking about a trader calling the crypto bottom, thinks Bitcoin will run to 100,000 and beyond. Bybit's top master trader by the name of Blunts. Now, how can you not trust the trader with the name Blunts? Just saying. He shared with his 250,000 followers on X, the Bitcoin's in the midst of a 5-wave surge en route to new all-time highs. Send it. The analyst uses the Elliott wave theory, which states that a bullish asset tends to witness a 5-wave rally, where wave 1, 3, and 5 are upside moves, and waves 2 and 4 are corrective periods. Quoting the analyst Blunts, the last Bitcoin weekly is an absolute monster and has been up only from July 8th lows. I suspect a pullback comes from horizontal resistance around 71 Gs after everyone's sideline has successfully FOMO'd back in. Markets are very efficient at doing that. And as you can see here, it shows you some of the potential Elliott waves, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, taking us to 110 Gs, baby. So looking at the chart, he seems to suggest Bitcoin will correct to the $60,000 level for wave 2 before soaring as high as 110,000 to end the 5-wave uptrend. Now, the trader is also keeping a close watch on Solana-based meme token Popcat. That is kind of hilarious, but teach their own. I'm only really concerned with the biddy, but there you go, family. What are your thoughts on the Elliott wave theory suggesting a $110,000 Bitcoin price after a $60,000 correction? Let me know. Now for our featured story of the day. Bitcoin traders have not yet priced in the possibility of a Trump victory, according to Bernstein. That's right, as the headline reads right here. Also, there are rumors swirling that Elon Musk may attend Bitcoin 2024 conference alongside Trump, especially with those laser eyes. That may be a sign. We're going to be discussing it. And this just in from CNBC. They discussed the idea of the U.S. potentially holding Bitcoin as a strategic reserve currency under Donald Trump. Who'd you first hear this from? Thank you very much, Max Kaiser and JV. Now, also, someone shared here, if Trump picks Larry Fink, which is rumored as Treasury Secretary, we're getting a strategic reserve. Bitcoin goes to the moon. Western countries follow. Germany buys back at $1 million per coin. Now, what are your thoughts on Trump electing what's his name? The CEO of BlackRock, Mr. Lawrence Fink, here as Treasury Secretary? Let me know. Right now, there's rumors circulating that it could be Larry Fink. It could be Jamie Dimon. Let me know your thoughts. Now, another person, Iconic XBT, shared rumors of Trump pushing forward Bitcoin as a national asset. Whether they succeed on the first attempt or not, Bitcoin now has an extremely visible asymmetric upside scenario. Amen. This will probably be the catalyst for $95,000 higher time frame bullish. Let's not forget what he said. And it's a clip of Trump ultimately saying he wants, America to be the home for mining Bitcoin. We know he's been coming out very bullish about Bitcoin. In fact, it was the failed assassination attempt on Trump was 10 days after Trump was fully embracing Bitcoin publicly. Do you think that is a coincidence? Let me know. Now, another tweet, this one coming from Wealth Squad. In 2 halving cycles, Bitcoin went from $600 to $60,000. We have 3 halving cycle pumps within 10 years. Remember, the pump is usually 12 to 18 months after the halving. 2024, 2028, and 2032, our next halvings. My wild guess is we end up in the $5 million to $10 million range within 10 years. Bitcoin is $55,000 now, so load up. Are you loading up, family? Let me know your thoughts, and let's dive a little deeper into these articles that Bitcoin is not priced in with a possible Trump victory, as well as the rumors circulating regarding Elon Musk showing up at the conference. Also, let me know, family, how many of you are going to be attending the conference later this week? It's starting here soon. So yeah, Bernstein analysts are closely monitoring 7 key crypto stocks as former President Trump prepares to address the Bitcoin Nashville conference July 27th, 5 days out, family. The research firm outlined its bullish outlook on the crypto sector and a note on Monday forecasting significant upside potential for select companies amid an improving regulatory environment. The Bernstein team, led by Gautam, wrote that the market has not yet priced in a positive shift in the crypto regulatory environment if Trump wins re-election in November. Given that, the firm said it sees significant headroom for institutional investors allocating into biddies and crypto stocks. Bitcoin markets have been buoyant yet again, with Bitcoin up 13% in the past week, back now above 68 Gs, baby. And we just warming up The report highlights 7 stocks across 3 categories: Bitcoin mining consolidators such as Riot Platforms, CleanSpark, Marathon Digital Holdings, ultimately the Bitcoin miners, and crypto brokering, exchange platform Robinhood, as well as Bitcoin Corporate Treasury, MicroStrategy, and of course, Michael Saylor will be speaking there as well. Now, for Bitcoin mining consolidators, the analyst sees significant growth potential. Quoting Bernstein analyst here, we view large Bitcoin mining consolidators as high beta Bitcoin proxies, with the price action being driven by the underlying Bitcoin price and potential cash flows from the operating leverage. Specifically for Riot Platforms, the analyst noted Riot holds more than 0.6 billion worth of Bitcoin on the balance sheet and has raised 500 million in equity capital to build its first gigawatt Coruscant site in Texas as the world's largest Bitcoin facility. Texas, let's get it. And highlighting CleanSpark's rapid expansion, the report states the company has grown its hash rate aggressively from 10 exahashes per second to 20.4 year to date, with a potential pipeline to grow 32 exahashes per second by the end of this year in 2024. So yeah, you already know the miners are extremely bullish, as they should be. We just had a halving, and you already know what's about to happen to the Bitcoin price. Also, we have Marathon Digital and the other miners extremely bullish as well. Let's move into the next part of the story with Elon Musk potentially showing up to support Trump. Tesla CEO and billionaire Elon recently changed his profile picture on X, which you guys saw, formerly known as Twitter, to the laser eyes. Where my diamond hands and laser eyes at, fam? Holla. Sparking speculation that the long-term Dogecoin promoter might be attending the upcoming Bitcoin conference in Nashville, Tennessee. All I know is this: he better not pump Dogecoin at the Bitcoin conference or he will be booed off stage. Just saying. David Bailey, the CEO of the Bitcoin Inc., the parent company of the Bitcoin Magazine, and the annual Bitcoin conference, appeared to tease the imminent announcements of Musk's attendance at the Nashville Bitcoin conference with a cryptic tweet just on July 19th, apologizing in advance for breaking the internet. As he shared here, I want to apologize in advance for breaking the internet. Musk has been an ardent pumper of the Doge, a fact that has invited litigation from Doge investors. In summer of 2022, they filed a lawsuit against Musk, claiming his viral social media post indicating he was manipulating the Dogecoin market. Musk denied the claim, but it is common knowledge. If you have the largest following on X because you're the creator of it and you keep talking about Doge, any tweet with the word Doge pumps the Doge price. And some would consider that market manipulation. Let me know your thoughts. Now, Trump will be the headline speaker at the Bitcoin conference in Nashville, and the crypto industry is eager to see if Musk's laser eyes will indicate if he too will join Trump on stage. Let me know your thoughts. And here's the new profile photo of Elon. Notice the laser eyes with the American flag behind him. He's also donating a lot to Trump, so it would only make sense. Now, analysts watching the crypto industry underlined that Musk has vigorously pledged to support former President Trump, claiming he would donate $45 million per month to the Republican presidential contender. And over the weekend, Trump was in Michigan, where he doubled down on his support for the contentious tech tycoon. Elon, I love Elon. Do we love him? Trump asked. I love him. We have to make life good for the smart people like Musk, Trump continued. I didn't even know this. He didn't even tell me about it, but he gives me $45 million a month, Trump added. Hey, just to say, if anyone gave JV $45 million a month, I'd love them too. I talked to him just a little while ago to say I was coming here. How you doing? And he didn't even mention it. So there you have it. Crypto fam, do you think Trump will make the big announcement in Nashville that if he is elected, they will adopt Bitcoin for the United States of America? Do you think Elon will do a surprise visit to support his boy Trump at the conference? Let me know your honest thoughts. And do you think that can realistically send the Bitty price to $1 million per coin? Holla at your boy.